All right. Will there be a kryptonite bong in the Supergirl movie? Honestly, that's actually not bad. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good Seth Rogen. That impressed me. It was like a mixture of Seth Rogen and Van
Van.
from Kyber Caves.
Just say
So it was
Van.
pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. In a recent reveal from industry scooper Daniel Richtman, he explains that Supergirl screenings revealed that Seth Rogen, whose part in the film has been shrouded in mystery, is playing a small alien guy who helps run a space bus, adding that he's kind of funny in the movie. That makes total sense to me. Little comedic humor, Seth
So,
Rogen.
so are they making Paul part of this universe? Like, are they? Because he played Paul in the movie Paul.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's kind of cool that he's going to be in this, even
Yeah,
if it's a throwaway character.
he is such a big comic nerd, and he has done
Yes.
so much for comic book properties. Remember, he's an executive producer on The Boys. Remember that he is a part. He was a big part of Preacher. He's a part of Invincible. Like it just he's a character on Invincible. Like
Yeah.
he's such a massive comic book nerd, and I love that. Like it's like my movies are going to be comedies, but I'm going to take comic books properties so serious that they are going to be the best properties that are out there. I love how much Seth Rogen loves comic books to the point that they were like, you know what? Let's make him a throwaway character in DC. You know, and that's not to say that he won't be little cameo characters all through DC. You know, he doesn't have to be just this one little throwaway character. He can be a bunch of throwaway
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah. But he's always going to be Seth Rogen. Like even on Invincible, it's still Seth Rogen. And
Right.
like his even though as much as he's like, okay, it's going to be a new character, it's still the same dude. It's still Seth Rogen. Any way you cut it, it's his voice. I'm trying to think of another act. It's like kind of Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Every movie he's in, it's the same character type thing. You
He's
know,
still The Rock, right?
he's still the Rock, but Seth Rogen, cool. I like that. That's cool. And you know what? He's like what you mentioned before. He's a big producer on like Invincible, even though he's in it and some of
Right.
these other shows. It just shows that he's like he doesn't have like a huge ego. Like he doesn't have to star in
Yeah.
these movies. He's like, I just want to be a part. I just want
Yeah.
to be a part of this.
Yeah.
So
And
again,
I think that's great.
yeah, I totally dig it. Supergirl arrives flying into theaters June 26th, 2026. Oh yeah, 6 months away. I like
Yeah.
that.
Not too far.
All right, moving on here. This one's kind of big. So,
Yes.
who knew Brainiac was German? James Gunn confirmed the news himself with an Instagram post. German actor Lars Eidinger has been tapped to play Brainiac in Man of Tomorrow, setting the stage for a big threat in the franchise. We talked about Matt Smith maybe being casted as Brainiac, but looks
Right.
like it went to Lars Edinger. Okay, I'm
Th-
into it.
this one definitely was a surprise. He wasn't on my radar at all. I was not expecting this guy Lars Edinger to get this role, but I feel like anytime James Gunn picks an actor like this, that means that in their test screening, in their chemistry read, and anything that they did, they knocked it out of the park. And I
Hmm.
feel like this dude was probably like he probably gives off intelligent and menacing at the same time, which is what you need out of Brainiac. Brainiac needs to be someone who is cold, calculating, extremely intelligent, almost like the level that Lex is before he loses his cool in the Superman movie, where it's just he's very calm and collected and he's very calculated in everything that he does,
Right.
but almost like a robotic way of doing it is what kind of what you need with Brainiac. And
Yeah.
I love the idea of that. And again, this guy probably gives off a lot of like subtle menace, which
Hmm.
is what you need with someone like Brainiac.
A lot, as I was reading this, a lot of his roles that he's played have been described as intense and cerebral performances. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
Brainiac,
that's
perfect.
Brainiac.
I
That
like
is
it.
100% Brainiac. That is what you need for Brainiac. Brainiac needs to be an intensely cerebral character. So I mean, Yeah, again, I trust anytime James Gunn does a casting, I trust it 100% just because he's knocked every casting out of the park.
Yeah, I like it. Man of Tomorrow is set to take flight July 9th, 2027. Oh my gosh. DC is just putting it down. I like this.
They really are.
All right. I got one more DC story. So the kryptonite dust is settling, and it looks like James Gunn is still standing. We're finally getting some answers with this whole Netflix, Warner Brothers, Discovery thing. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. But for DC and James Gunn, the big question was what's going to happen with the DCU and James Gunn and Peter Safran. But turns out they're staying put.
Yeah.
They're it. So the creative architects behind DC Studios will continue leading the DCU as co-CEOs, even as the company prepares to operate under Netflix's massive corporate umbrella. Good job, Netflix.
Yeah.
This makes me happy.
I mean, this was we called this from the beginning. We said that they were not going to get rid of them. Why? Because as much as all of the big voices on the internet are complaining and crying about we need Snyder, we got to restore the Snyderverse. It's not going to happen, guys. As much as you guys want that to happen, it's not going to be a thing because the level of success that they've had with this is on a higher level than just monetary. And Netflix recognizes that.
Yep. I think Netflix is going to position this to be like, hey, we love what you're doing. Keep expanding. If they get their own, I don't know, franchise out of this and that can kind of span movies and HBO Max and possibly Netflix, yeah, keep going with it, James Gunn. Whatever you want to do. You want to do one-offs and one-shoots and you don't know where to put it on Netflix. I think they're gonna find a home for anything that they want them to do. So Netflix and Warner Brothers jointly confirmed that they're staying in place. So they even put out a website called NetflixWBTogether.com.
Oh God. That seems like something that James would do. That's very much a James Gunn thing.
I don't know. It seems something corporate to me, but it will outline how the two companies plan to function post-merger. Netflix said, over the last 4 years, we've contributed over $125 billion to the U.S. economy and hired more than 140,000 cast and crew members. Filming across all 50 states with Warner Brothers will be able to do even more. So that's just them committing to putting out more films, putting out more content. Right. Good for them. So the DCU continues with Supergirl, which is currently slated to hit theaters again June 26th of next year, almost this year.
Yeah. No,
I like it.
I'm so ready for this, man. It was such a smart move to put them in there. And again, we called it that they were going to leave them there because they just extended their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Netflix said, we're going to extend your contracts for 5 more months. It's not a big deal in the big scope of things, but the idea that they were trying to extend the contracts, not like, oh, we're going to cut your contract by 5 months. No, they say, hey, we're going to give you an extra 5 months.
Yeah. And I think that was just kind of a placeholder. Like, hey, we're going to extend it, get through all this. We're committed to paying you and we'll figure things out. And now that, all this kind of Warner Brothers, Paramount, Skydance, a little bit of back and forth is going to go away. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Like, I think it's them saying, all right, DCU, all right, James Gunn, Peter Safran, we're in. Right. Let's do this.